Hello and welcome to the Wayne State Coaches Show, exclusive here on MyWayNews.com. I'm Mike Carnes and we're here to talk Wildcat Athletics. We will talk with Wayne State women's basketball coach Brett Polerai about the Wildcats' recent road trip to Concordia, St. Paul, and Minnesota State. We'll have that and more on this edition of the Wayne State Coaches Show right after this timeout.
The Coaches Show is sponsored by Pack and Save. Pack and Save is a proud supporter of Wildcat Athletics and is your one-stop shop for savings. Check out Pack and Save's excellent produce and find the best cuts in their grade A meat department. Be sure to stop at the Top Notch Deli where you can find their amazing fried chicken, daily lunch specials, and all the fixings for your next tailgate or viewing party. Pack and Save is open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and their staff is waiting to help you for all of your grocery needs. Pack and Save, your one-stop shop for savings in Wayne, America. Go Cats!
Welcome back to the Wayne State Coaches Show on MyWayNews.com. It's time to talk women's basketball with Coach Brett Polerai. Wildcats losing two games over the weekend, losing at Concordia St. Paul 84-58, and then on Saturday at Minnesota State 90-82. Concordia St. Paul, if you remember 3 weeks ago, Wayne State dominated them here in Rice Auditorium, but Concordia kind of turned the tables there, used a 22-4 run at the end of the first half and the start of the second half to pull away and get the win, kind of a payback for what we did to them back a few weeks ago.
It was tough. I thought we had a really good game plan. We were kind of playing a triangle and two on their best players, and we were actually ahead of them. And Maggie Lowe got hit in the nose, broke her nose, had to get her out, and that's when they went on their 4 run. And we're just playing thin without Brittany Bongartz, and with her, we're just thin.
Yeah, and I was going to mention Brittany didn't play that game. Was it concussion?
Yeah, concussion from last week, and she played a few minutes in the game on Saturday. So she's kind of back, but she hasn't practiced hardly all year. So it's been just getting her in shape and stuff is tough, but.
Yeah. Amelia Vester gave Wayne State a 29-27 lead in the first half there before that big run by Concordia St. Paul, and 24 turnovers certainly didn't help the Wayne State cause either, which allowed Concordia St. Paul to go on a 27-6 outburst in terms of points off turnovers. Erin Norling leads the way with 16 points, Kylie Hammer with 13, and as I mentioned, Brittany missed the game due to injury. The Wildcats came back on Saturday, and Hallie Bussey had an awesome game. She had 29 points, went 8 for 11 from three-point range, tied for the second most three-pointers in one game in school history. But the Mavericks kind of led from start to finish. The Wildcats were able to get within 8 with about 3 minutes to go, but it wasn't enough as the Wildcats came away with the win there. And did Sydney Lowe play in that game with the broken
Maggie? Yeah, Maggie did. Yeah, she actually played back in the Concordia one. We've had it happen enough that we carry extra masks with us, so we had an extra face mask. And I was really proud of Maggie in the second game, especially because it's not fun to play. She said she was kind of cross-eyed from it, and but she played really well too. But Hallie had a great game, and she needed that. Her confidence has been great. A lot of our team's confidence has been great with our shooting, and to have us finally hit some shots was good. And just a little too late there, we made a run and had some plays and calls that went against us and then went for them, and we just couldn't break that about 8-point spread there.
Erin Norling and Maggie Lowe each had 17 points in the game, and as Coach said, Maggie Lowe playing with a mask on her face, and that's a pretty good number to put up with that situation there. So the Wildcats fall back to 500 for the season. Now they're 13-13 and 8-12 in conference play. Get to close the season at home this weekend with Southwest Minnesota State on Friday and Sioux Falls on Saturday. You know, in the grand scheme of things, with everything you guys have gone through this year, be 500. I know that you guys are, I don't know what the losing streak is now, 6-8 games, but all things considered, this hasn't been a bad year for a first year coach in a new program, and a lot of new stuff for a lot of these veterans. I know it could be a little bit better, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. Yeah,
we've gone through a lot before the year even started, and then with what we've had with injuries and things. Yeah, it's been a pretty good year. We started off phenomenal, I think, and we're just getting worn down here, and a couple more injuries, and we're thin and getting thinner, but. We got 2 more games to play out before our playoff run here, and I want to win for our girls so bad. I just want their confidence to get back going here, and just to have them get rewarded because they fight every night and they have a lot of heart. So.
And these are two games that are being at home are winnable games for you if you guys can come out and play well. I think you got a shot at least getting a split this weekend.
Yeah, Southwest they're going to try to make the game ugly, trap, press, go guard oriented, dribble drive. Which isn't the best thing for us with our athleticism and speed, but But we're trying to figure out some ways to minimize that, and then we want to take advantage, if they're going to go smaller, to take advantage of our size on them a little bit. Sioux Falls, they're good. I mean, they beat teams by 40, 50 recently here, so they're going to be hands full, and the same thing, they're dribble drive, a lot of quick guards that we got to figure out how our personnel is going to stop that.
All right, so Wildcats at home this weekend, Southwest on Minnesota State. Southwest Minnesota State on Friday night, Sioux Falls here on Saturday, and then the conference tournament starts up on Wednesday. So I guess we'll talk about that on next episode.
Yeah,
and hopefully
Saturday is our senior night too. So.
Saturday's senior night as well. So well, good luck this week. Hopefully we'll have at least one good win to talk about and get us ready for the conference tournament, right?
Yep, that sounds good.
All right, we'll take a time out and have more here on the Coaches Show after this.
The Coaches Show is sponsored by Pack and Save. Pack and Save is a proud supporter of Wildcat Athletics and is your one-stop shop for savings. Check out Pack and Save's excellent produce and find the best cuts in their grade A meat department. Be sure to stop at the Top Notch Deli where you can find their amazing fried chicken, daily lunch specials, and all the fixings for your next tailgate or viewing party. Pack and Save is open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and their staff is waiting to help you for all of your grocery needs. Pack and Save, your one-stop shop for savings in Wayne, America. Go Cats!
Welcome back to the Wayne State Coaches Show on MyWayNews.com. Some other news regarding Wayne State athletics. The Wayne State cross-country teams received the All-Academic Team Award from the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. You have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and the Wayne State men had a 3.5 GPA, and the women had a 3.57. 8th straight year for the men to receive the honor, and the 6th straight year for the women's cross-country team at Wayne State to receive that honor. So congratulations to both of those teams. Baseball action, the Wayne State baseball team improved to 5-1 on the year with a 3-game sweep in Fort Hays, Kansas last week, excuse me. They won Wednesday on 5-4 decision on Wednesday. 7 starters had at least 1 hit as part of an 11-hit attack. Brendan Madsen was 3 for 5, Jake Lamar with 2 for 3, and Jake Lorenzini hit a solo homer. Adian Breedlove gets the win with 6 innings of work, strikes out 3, and allows 9 hits. On Thursday, they swept a doubleheader, winning 9-3 and 13-7. In the first game, Kyle Thompson hit a grand slam homer, and Bryce Basinius added a solo homer in the 7th. Hunter Wienhoff struck out 8 in 5 2/3 innings for the win there. And in the second game, Andrew Hansen had a huge game, 4 for 6, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs to lead a 16-hit attack. Aaron Ross gets the win, striking out 8 and allowing 4 hits. Wildcats back in action on Friday, March 1st. They'll have a 3-game series out in Colorado against Regis University. Wayne State softball team to open up its softball season. They were supposed to play in a tournament, but the tournament got canceled because of the weather, so they were able to get in a doubleheader with Southwest Baptist down in Bolivar, Missouri. They split that doubleheader, lost 5-3, and won the nightcap 8-5. In the first game, Annie Grammer doubled to highlight a 6-hit attack. Maddie Moser was the losing pitcher in that game. And in the nightcap, Wayne State scored 4 in the top of the 7th to come back for the win. Vasa Vidlak hit a 2-run homer to highlight the offense. McKenna Adkisson gets the win in her first college start. They'll be in Emporia, Kansas this weekend for the Emporia State Tournament beginning on Friday. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Wayne State Coaches Show here on MyWayNews.com. Have yourselves a good one. We'll be back next week with another edition. Until then, this is Mike Carnes. We'll see you later.